Welcome back, everyone. We've got our second session of Squad Ops One Life Operations getting ready to kick off for you today. I am bcarr. Alongside me in silence in the background, we've got Barton running the multicam and producing the stream in general. We've got a different operation. Typically, in the past, we've had on Saturdays, we've had, unless it's been a campaign, on Saturdays, we've run the same operation in both sessions. Over the past couple of weeks, we've started doing something a little bit different. May not be something we do all the time, but we are doing it now, this weekend. We do two different operations for each session. Today, we ran a pretty fun but lengthy operation called Harvester, and now we're playing Green Acres. Before we get started with what the operation is, let's go over our commands and squad leads for today. Session 2, well, first of all, we're going to start with British here. British are going to be run by Dorf. And his SLs are Sugart, Best Pony, Phoenix, and It's Crispy. On the other side, we've got Russian. So Russians are going to be commanded by Xbit this round, Silas and Lawn Darts, Payne 12 Bravo, and Jack. Maybe, yeah, it's just regular Jack. Those are going to be the SLs for Russia. And they're going to be, British are going over their plans right now as players are joining in and getting spawned in. They're getting sort of acclimated. Apparently, Seabass has a house.
I love the minimalistic life, and I sleep like this. But out my window.
Hold on a second. Let's listen to this for a second.
Barn. That's why I call it BB. So, and this is my broken down car. I'm working on it. There's too much rust on it though. Yeah, but that's my
it's also
working
missing
car.
tires. There's cinder pots.
I don't know if I believe you. I think you're just gonna cause an arson and try to collect the insurance on it.
All right, so the British have arrived and they've already started claiming part of the Yehorivka township for themselves. The Russians are here to sort of disrupt their operations. Let's take a look at the map. Green Acres is one of those weird hybrid operations. We've got 6 points. Basically, the British are here in Petrivka. This is the township we're in right now, where the British are spawning. The British start the round here. They tried to get some supplies pair dropped to them, but the supplies missed. So there's 3 shipments of supplies in 6 possible zones that you see on the map. Those are the sort of the teal, or the blue, sorry. I can't, my eyes are, oh, wow. The blue zones with the ammo indications, those are anywhere where the supplies could be dropped, or the missed supplies can be at. They're randomized by our event admins. Speaking of, our event admins for tonight are Rose Dragon and Hero. So cheers to them for helping run the event. We're getting a little bit organized here in British, but we're going to continue explaining the operation. Maybe we're getting ready for a brief, actually. But the red squares are anywhere where Russ can start, or Russia can start. And Russ have a few different options as far as their platoon type, and we'll go over those in a second. I believe we're actually getting set here for a British platoon briefing, so let's listen in.
Over here.
What are the flags in the back?
What? They're question
There's
generators.
like a separate flag on backpacks. What is it?
I see a
I
rifle.
think we need to air up the tires on this shit, dude.
Oh, hey, guns away. My bad.
Yeah, put your guns away. Brett, are you here? Oh yeah, you're here. Come on.
Yeah, we need to air up the
Oh,
tires.
yeah,
on
fellow
this thing, man.
laddies.
Brett, get over here.
Hey there, buddy.
Hey, yo.
I like to take pictures. I'm sorry.
All right, let's get started. Welcome to Operation Green Acres. Our lovely Air Force has decided to misdrop us all over the countryside. So, while we have managed to gather ourselves here in the lovely town of Petrivka, the Air Force has wildly misdropped all our supply trucks. So, our mission is to defend Petrivka while we send out guys to go get our supplies in order to better defend ourselves against the oncoming Russian horde. To do this,
Guys, quit moving around.
defending the west side of West Petrivka here, on the AR mark, will be Shughart. Shughart will also have a two-man buddy team located on the sniper mark. Defending the east side of Petrivka, here on the IED, will be Crispy's squad. Crispy's squad will be pretty much responsible for the north to east sector, as well as being able to support the FOB itself. Down here on the HAB mark will be Phoenix. Phoenix squad will pretty much be our southern flank. If they have to fall back to the FOB, they have a pretty good quick avenue approach. I mean, it's a little bit open, but they could probably go up to the trees, through the ditch, right up to the buildings where Crispy is in no time. And then that leaves Best Pony Squad. Best Pony Squad will be breaking up into 3 teams of 3 soldiers each, and each team will be running for the Logi trucks and bringing the Logi trucks back in order for us to build our defenses. Intelligence estimates that the Russians might have either multiple MTOBs or multiple mortars. It's not confirmed which one, so I need you to be on your toes. Please do not get yourself killed needlessly or early. And if they are determined to have mortars, keep your heads down. Don't expose yourselves, and don't get killed by mortars, period. With that being said, I'll let your squad leaders determine the ROE. Pony's squad should not be shooting under any circumstance unless they're right on them. And last chain of command will be 2, 3, 5, 1. So Shughart, then Crispy, then Phoenix, then Pony, since Pony will be the furthest away from the defense. Any questions?
Do they know where the lodges are?
I surely hope not.
Will we marry?
The only reason we know where the lodges are is because we put GPS trackers in them.
Will the buildings provide any cover from the mortar fire, or do they not do anything?
Oh, they'll protect you. They should protect you. Unless you're like
And you
looking
just
out the
wanna lay
window.
flat?
British plan there.
Unless you're like staring out the window.
Let me just check something real quick. Yep, we're good. All right. So, British are going to try to go out and get their supplies back, but they've got a pretty sizable screen set up for themselves around the FOB area. This farm is traditionally it's a death trap, but it's plenty of cover against mortars. Actually does very well against mortars, even though the roofs leave much to be desired. The cover is actually quite whole. It's good stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map and see where the Russians have started. Now, the Russians have a couple different options here for their platoon, as we get a live time of about 1 minute from now. The Russians get in an option between having a mortar squad, or taking the mech option, mechanized infantry option. 2 different types of platoons. The mortar option, they get a designated squad, the mortar squad, And the mortar squad gets to take a logi with them and place a mortar down wherever they like. And that mortar squad has a specific loadout. They also get engineers for that loadout, which means they get anti-tank mines. But they get a couple of an extra squad leader kit to serve as a forward observer. They get 2 logi trucks to be able to move their ammo, or sorry, their mortar around as many times as they like, as long as they have build points for it. The other option is the mechanized infantry option, where they get MTLB and SVTs. And we're live. So here we go. The British are going to spread out around their sector, and it looks like Pony, Best Pony, Gunnery Sergeant Rabbit, and Bilbo Shaggins are going to move straight north. I think they're going to go after the Fox 2 Logi. Meanwhile, there's a transport full of Russians heading south straight from their Delta 2, Echo 2 start point. Matter of fact, it's supposed to be Bravo 2. That clearly, it says Bravo 2 on the map, but I think it's meant to be Delta 2. And the Russians have moved straight to a Logi. Wouldn't you know it? They found one. And Raptor gets out and immediately gets run over. 10 out of 10. The MTLB, on the other hand, the 2 MTLB and SVTs. Whoa. Oh, they're going to destroy the Logi straight up. There's a squad on foot moving to the Logi that Best Pony is moving to. He's got a fire team moving towards an eastern one, and a fire team that was moving west, and they're going back to the base. Russia have found one of the Logis and blown them up. Here we see a Russian platoon, or a Russian squad. A fire team has gone up the hill. They're going to meet, if they crest this part of the hill, it's not really much of a hill. It's more like a rolling whatever. They're going to see Best Pony here in a second. Hey, Hutch, it's great to see you in chat, my dude.
Alright, they got the one in F2 as well. We're RTBing. That's unfortunate.
This is bcarr calling action on Green Acres, and we've just been underway for a couple minutes. Russia have secured one of the Logis that British have been trying to get to, and oh, I guess Pony are moving back. Yep, Pony is moving back. So they're going to assume that this Logi is gone, even though it is still intact. The Russian squads have definitely claimed it. They're laying in wait for an underpowered force that's just been sent out here to rush it. Now let's take a look further east.
Looks like we are going to get an I-4 truck, but the F2's been hit by an RPG, so it's going to burn out. Roger. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Yep. Let me know what the points are.
Pony's reported that the Logi's been hit by an RPG, which I heard something explode, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't see it on fire, but I could be mistaken. British have claimed the India 4, or sorry, it's supposed to be Juliet 4-9, was in India 4-9. 2 Russian squads have dismounted due north from the MTLBs, and the MTLBs are flanking on either side, coming south. It looks like the British are going to be able to secure this truck. If they don't flip it on their way back. Oh, no, they hit something. It's a ditch. So let's talk about what the British can do with these lodges. Because they want them back, obviously there are reasons, as this lodge gets stuck in a tree. The British the British FOB allotment is 2 HMGs, 1 tow, and 1 mortar, along with fortifications. Now, tows are expensive, but they're generally one-hit kills against armor. And they are lacking in the LAT department. Although they have engineers, which have AT mines.
Are we close enough? Yeah. Pull up a little bit more to me. No.
What? Someone's engaging already? Wow, the MG is engaging at super long range. How far is this away?
There you go. Alright, shift your fire to the left
It's it's about 800 meters away.
There you go.
Wow! That is tremendous.
Reloading.
Alright, hold fire. We got an MTLB to the north.
It's amazing that they even A, saw those people, B, were able to get accurate fire on those positions. I don't think anyone's died as a result, but it's still amazing. That's a,
Yeah, and if you see anything move on
it's
that side
great
of the road,
shooting by
just
Lex Ryan.
what are you range?
Give me a
now?
builder.
900?
1,000.
Okay, good.
1,000.
It's moving now.
Oh, you know what? It probably is closer to 1,000.
Give me a builder on me.
Give me.
Let's see what they built.
Yeah, Jeep, get on that.
Dorf was asking for a builder. What did he build?
Yep, right me. Let's build up this cal.
Oh, okay. He's got a HMG tripod. I think he's got it pointed the wrong way.
Okay, so they were shifting to our south directly.
No, I guess he's got it pointed north.
You trying to
Right?
get a double- little pincer going here.
Maybe. I think he does. So 1 Logi truck, 1 HMG. Heroic Kevin.
No eyes.
What's going on?
This thing has an optic on it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's just what it is.
Oh. Optics.
Looks like an ACOG.
It's an ACOG.
That's why there's only an MG.
Alright, just stay here a second.
Ooh. That'll be good. Although it is kind of placed on a weird angle. If anything comes from the north, like the direct north, that's the only way it's going to be effective. And let's reset where the enemy positions are right now. There's 1 squad north. There's 1 squad south, and the MTLBs are split up between the squad that's directly north and the 2 squads that are northeast at the overpass. The overpass is a great position on this map, but also it's beautiful. Look at that. Look at the sun. The sun is shining down. It's dawn in Eurivka.
Dorf, I got him again. Coming in south. South. Roger.
This is the MTLB NSVT. It's not the... Do I do weddings? Negative. I do not do weddings. No. I don't even know why anyone would ask me. Holy shit. Oh, fire going out. I think they have spotted the more infantry to the south. The Russian infantry to the north are still chilling. This is still the same squad that's been harassing them to the southwest for a little while now. There we go. You see the outlines now. Yeah, this is the same MG. It's got a great position on this roof. Lex Ryan with Schuchart as a spotter.
But they're definitely moving that way. We pinned down a few of them though. I don't think we got any yet, but
they're trying to move south and southeast of 5.
Yeah, they were to the south, and then now they're moving towards our southeast now, possibly going for the farm.
Squad 5, they're gonna be to your south or southeast. I'm trying to move there.
Oh, hang on, they might be moving back.
Okay.
Are we confident they're not west of me?
Hey, Dorf.
He only sees a few infantry people, and I wonder if the British are assuming more of the Russian force are down to the south. Because they haven't really had, I don't think they've had indications that there's anyone else to the north. Aside from the fact that the northern, they've assumed that they've lost the northern, and they have lost the northern lodging. And
That was a misfire for my squad, just in case anyone needs to know.
a negligent discharge on British, otherwise known as an ND, or spoiling your position.
Possible track vehicle northwest.
Ooh.
They have audio.
Maybe Cadis or Sunny has, maybe these are the scouts that I was talking about. Yep, you can faintly hear it. We are airborne and rep for Solo Scout. You might barely be able to hear it out of the northwest.
Now we're doing our job.
Yep, you can definitely hear it now.
It's kind of closer.
Yeah.
It's moving in. It actually stopped and turned its engines off.
I got visual on the MPLB northwest.
Sugar definitely sees it.
300 meters. I'm gonna call it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it around a 447 area.
Yeah, the MG at long range is it's more effective than you think. And while we don't have optics on any of the guns that we use in One Life operations, the just the fact that someone's trying to throw a bunch of bullets at you at like 800, 900 meters, that they know you're there, it's pretty intimidating. They definitely see the MTLB and they know it's here, so everyone's getting off some roofs. The MTLB is scanning for contacts on roofs.
I see it.
I think he thought he saw something, so he took a bunch of shots. Let's get a little reset here. Yep, there's a northern squad of infantry closing within 150, 200 meters. They're taking it nice and slow. Let's see if I can find them again. Matter of fact, there they are. They changed their position a little bit. They're moving up a little bit. But they're not far from where Pony and Bilbo Shaggins and Gunnery Sergeant Rabbit are. Matter of fact, Pony has a weird position going on here. He's got... Okay, I thought I misread the where everything was. Pony's actually pushed up pretty far here.
I thought the game crashed for me.
Hey, Five, do you have any eyes on the trees to my south directly?
I'll be counting.
So that MTLB is still just sitting up northwest. Not doing much yet. The what is Russia waiting for? That's what I want to know. I want to know what Russia is waiting for. They still have 2 squads plus another, or they have 1 squad in MTLB still at the overpass, along with command.
Last sighted to our south at that same ridge I was shooting at before, heading towards the west.
Just sitting up here. Maybe this is the squad with the MG. Which makes sense then, but I'm not sure. The South squad has now gotten back in their transport and they're coming all the way back around to 3. The northern MTLB, the northwestern MTLB is still spamming.
It's like way out there west. Yeah, I have eyes on.
This squad right here of Russians haven't been spotted yet, and they're close to within about 300 meters of a British position. They just have this huge field to cross, and if they after they cross this field, they're going to be super close and in a really bad spot because the ditch that sort of runs between this field and the other part of the village is super exposed, and there's not a lot of cover in it whatsoever. And take a look at the map one more time. You would think Russia is pushing for two-pronged attack. It's a feint to the northwest. Squad 1 has continued to move. They were over here, or they were in like F3 and 3, and they're continuing moving east. 4 has pushed from the overpass all the way down to Hotel 5-4. And now Squad 2 is going to join the middle of this formation. So it looks like a general attack from the east.
There's a tree line that I cannot see through. 5, can you?
Still plenty of mines out.
Observer up on the bridge.
The
Probable command.
and Pony has spotted command in India 3 on the overpass. There are several mines laid out. There's 4 mines because they have 2 engineers, and engineers have 2 AT mines per engineer. So there's 4 AT mines. At this point, they don't have enough build points for the tow. So they don't even have the tow. All they have for static defense is this HMG.
Audio vehicle.
And it's a
Sounds like
tripod that can't be moved at this point. Who the Cross and Bones belong to? Huh? Those are the Cross and Bones on the map that you see are the British AT mines.
Hey, Rook, keeps a little bit south. Get eyes in the tree.
And looks like a general Russian push here from the east. The fact that they're marked yellow on the map and not red or blue is because they have no IFF. If a friendly vehicle runs over them, they're going to blow up, just like in vanilla. Squad 1 have used this. Russian Squad 1 have used this ditch to maneuver all the way around to the road. And this is the end of the road for them. They're going to have to cross the road and get to this next tree line. and then they're going to attack the British in buildings, and they have fences. Like the other side of the tree line is, it doesn't look good for Russia. If the Brits probably put a few more people on the roof, they could really they could really project their defense to the east. I believe the MTLB to the northwest has moved. It is moving. So we can find it over here. It's come through the ditch. Obviously, Brits are going to hear this. Russia's Squad 4 has moved up considerably. And Squad 2 are now online with 1. So Russia have 3 squads north to south for about 600 meters. I'm just now hearing over command comms that they believe they're massing up at the overpass. For Russia's massing up at the overpass. I'm not so sure about that. Let's check the kills. 0 for 0. So no one's fragged anyone yet. MG was still ineffective. All that's been lost are 2 of the 3... Where's this MTLB? There it is. 2 of the 3 logic trucks for British. MTLB has moved up. The second MTLB that was on the overpass is now displaced. It's coming straight down the road. You know, if the MTLBs turn on the road here, and they turn into Petrivka on that main draw, that's bad news bears. Let's take a look at where these mines are real quick before the attack starts. So there's one mine in this top intersection here. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see. Oh, a shot ringing out. We'll check that out in just a second. Oh, there it is. So in relation to the turn, it's this little red dot right here. It's been dug down. Russian infantry now maneuvering more towards a northern push. So one has gone back in the ditch that they've been leaving for the past 20 minutes. They have an MTLB in support. An MTLB is pushing up. 2 is pushing across the field right now. And the Brits are not even... They're really close to pushing across the field. The Brits have 0 awareness of this. There's a squad leader right here. I think this is Jack. He's looking around. He definitely spots these guys. It'll be a little bit more difficult to spot everyone else through the trees, but he's got to know the whole place is occupied. He's only seen these guys so far. Oh, they're going to take a shot at the MTLB? Large Shaka.
Oh, just under.
Oh no, just under. Never mind.
No, that was good splash. Good splash. Gotta hit it.
Oh, that is.
Oh, lat shot hit. Lat shot hit. It's burning. MTLB's coming back. I don't know if one rocket does it for an MTLB. I don't see any dismounts. And here we go. Some Russians have started engaging. Looks like they may have taken... They hit one. They hit the soldier that was on the roof there. The British was on the roof. Dark milkshake. This is not good for this position. All Russia have to do is suppress this northwest side, or the northeast side of this area, basically all along the top of the fence. They suppress it, they add in a vehicle, they kill a lat unit.
Just ambush. If it overruns our position, I don't think it's going to attack us again because it lost so much health. But if it overruns us, then your lat will take care of it.
But they're making contingencies, ponies at this point. Oh, Dark Milkshake goes down. Jack nails him from about 150 meters. He leaned to his left to flex on him there for a second. Still pretty unopposed here. No one's come up to try to even look at this guy. Pony isn't even looking in this direction. He's still too concerned about the MTLB to the north, which is now regrouped with Squad 1, and Squad 1 is now sitting. So Russia had a pretty good posture, and they're just sitting here. Meanwhile, first blood goes to Russia. Yeah, with the way that they're lined up right now, I mean, look at them. Squad 1, and now they're going to throw that full health MTLB more to the northwest. They're going to set it back up on the plateau. They're going to play right into British hands here. If they miss the mine, they still have to deal with the 50 cal and all of the Brits that are in the town. It's a losing proposition unless they can basically circle straight the town and just run and gun, or they're going to have to get a real good push. Just want to check the score over the time. I think it's been about half an hour by now. As if we've been live a little bit longer. Russia's still trying to finesse their position to gain as much advantage as they can before they have to move in and attack. Pony now realizes 2 MTLBs, and they both moved north. One of them is actually aggressively pushed. So it's the damaged one they've actually... Oh, he gets hit. MTLB down. So it's the 1 MTLB left, Russia. And it's already shown itself. Now it's trying to find its way back. Losing that 1 MTLB is going to be pretty hard on Russia. They're going to have to rely a lot more on this infantry push. That's got to happen. And it's not happening right now. Squad 2 for Russia is still sitting still. But where's Squad 1? They're all in the MTLB. This MTLB is full. And it could have been gunned down. So they're reorganizing. These guys come up now? Yeah, they're popping out now. And here we go. A bunch of fire to the south here as the squad that comes out. Looks like the first Russian casualty. They moved into these trees, and this is not what you need. They've got the trees covered up here, and it looks like, I don't know who this is. I think they're just taking random shots through the trees. Oh, who's this? Expit is commanding Russia right now. Expit is commanding Russia, and he just ran in front of the entire formation. What is Expit doing? Expit has his binocs out still. Expit. What is...
Right behind the wall. Right behind the wall.
Grenade comes out, but it's going to hit no one if it's thrown that well. Maybe he got thrown a little bit to the left. Oh, it might hit Bilbo. Nope, not far enough. What is Expit doing? Throw a grenade. Some grenades get thrown over. As Gunnery Sergeant Rabbit throws one far. I don't think it was far enough. Gunnery Sergeant Rabbit eats a grenade from Expit. Best Pony and the rest of his remaining squad are vacating the area. That's a... Like, what happened? Best Pony or Expit just made the push almost by himself. Practically by himself. The MTLB's now realigned itself with Squad 2. Is shooting over Squad 2 for Russia. Uh-oh. Squad 4 is prone and in the field. They're not taking any cover. They're not taking any fire right now, but... It's only a matter of time before they get caught out. If they stand up in the wrong place, Squad 5 down at the far south is going to see them. They're going to be able to see them if they come up the other side of this ditch. So far, the defensive cordon not penetrated yet for British. The MTLB now online with Squad 2 as Russian Squad 1 pushes up into the supermarket. British forces are still pretty close. They're holding at the gas pumps out front of the supermarket. Throwing some grenades out.
Yeah, they're all over our dick on the northwest, honestly.
This is a really passive. This is a, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this position. Personally, I'm more of a fan of trying to look through the the slats in the fence. Oh, look at these guys. They're crawling. Oh, they found them.
I think I got him. I don't know. This fence is too. What was your heading? Right around the other side of the gas station.
Flicker sees them and tries to engage. Oh, someone's running up. Is this Expit again? Expit goes down. As the rest of his team cowardly don't run forward towards fire. This is not good. They should not have approached this way.
Hey, if you got frags, throw them into that alley.
They should have approached from the north.
Hey, actually, does Squad 3's guys have this covered? We're gonna go on a little flanky dank. Alright, Bilbo, Chenko.
Oh, a flanky dank. Alright, Best Pony wants to do a flanky dank. There's still half a squad's worth of Russians on the other side of the supermarket. And they're just, you know, sitting in the bodies of their recently living comrades and just like camping for some reason. They still committed to this push. This is not good. They should have pushed the other side of the market. Heck, they should have gotten on top and thrown nades over if they knew the enemies were that close. They clearly had no idea. They had no idea the enemies were. Oh my gosh.
Copy.
There were Russians over here and they left.
Is that angle clear?
Bilbo having problems getting around the corner.
Oh, shit. Lots of Russians.
Shit, alright.
Two down, one more.
Oh yeah.
Pony racking them up. Four more Russians go down.
Alright,
There's
got
one
Russians
left.
beyond the wall.
Bilbo pushing up. Squad 4 for Russia is still prone through the field. Oh, Squad 2 is pushing through the field right now. Bilbo's going to be gone in a matter of seconds once he sticks his head out here. Pony and the rest and his squad mate are able to stop the advance. I think it was a grenade throw.
Hey, where the hell is the field at?
Yeah, it was. Almost gets Chonka. Pony's still providing cover from the back.
Copy. Reload. I'm watching that wall for you, Bilbo. Yeah, pull back behind that blue curtain.
Chonka and Pony and Bilbo single-handedly stop Squad 2 pushing across the field. They're retreating back. There's only one Russian left. Is this guy alive still? No, he's still alive. So anyone pops out around this corner, comes at him, he might have a chance. Oh, he's going to push through. This is Damien Slash. He's pushing up. We're going to go take a look at the action in the south in just a second. There was just no aggression to the Russian offense. Expert was trying to lead from the front. Here comes Damien Slash. Damien Slash. Probably wounded Bilbo.
Stay on the right side. He'll come out left side.
I think Damien just reloaded. Oh, Chaka gets him. All right, let's take a look at what's happening in the south here, because there's a lot of action. The Squad 1 is pushed all the way around. This was the main fire I was hearing, and they tried to push from the west, which is suicide. Look at this field. Why would you do this? Why would you ever do this? I'm confused. I don't understand. Clearly a problem, clearly a symptom of the chain of command being broken. Clearly it's the chain of command being broken. No, why would they ever do that? Squad 4 did get engaged in the south here, and it looks like they're down to 5, along with their squad lead gone. Oh, they're down to less than that. It's just some people haven't given up yet. Sometimes you have to give up. Squad 4, I guess they got once they made the transition from the field to the tree line, they must have got seen. Russia's attack completely fallen apart. Squad 2 for Russia and the remnants of the Russian advance on the east are now having to push up to the northeast. The MTLB is still up. Oh, it realized it was awake. And there's still a squad to the east. They have to. Why would they ever? Yes, the smoke will help. No, why? I reject. There's no way you're going to get through this field. You might as well just charge out and accept your fate. There's no way you're going to get out of this position unless you run straight west. Like, maybe there's this ditch right here. Like, maybe this ditch right here, or the MTLB comes over to them and picks them up. Oh, they have their own transport. Did they get a transport? Yes, they did get a transport. So they get a chance to head out and regroup with the only remaining cohesive Russian unit, which is Squad 2 and a MTLB somewhere. MTLB still at the village in the middle of the field. Squad 2 for Russia now disengaging and heading back to the MTLB. Let's check the scoreboard here for a sec. 25 kills for British, 8 kills for Russia. And there may or may not be problems with the counting and squad because of people disconnecting and stuff like that, but it bad. I have to agree, Kevin. They needed something, right? They needed the cover fire from the MTLBs. They needed cover fire from an AR plus element. Expit had. I'll give you. Well, this is the angle that Expit ran at. He had smoke to cover, and none of the British were looking this way. And also, all of the British were on the right side of the, or the right side over here of the the back lot of the parking lot of the supermarket, right? So they were lucky enough to have fire support. Eventually, they had something in the way of two supporting them, but no. The MTLBs needed to be there, and they lost one too early. Some elements of Squad 4 have gotten there, and one goes down. There's one Vindication is the only Russian that has made it up to the British line. And the MTLB is coming straight through? Are you serious? All right, let's all watch the MTLB go pop. MTLB pushing up. Vindication is still on the fence over here. He's gone through. I think he's getting shot at. Oh, he's a medic. So he's healing himself. That's funny. Until he gets closer, all the rest of Squad 2 in the transport, along with the remainder of the attackers from the west, are now back in the transport coming around. Uh-oh. They just announced themselves as Squad 5 down here. And before they all get destroyed after popping out of this tree line. Phoenix just called it out and gave a grid position. And here we go. They totally forgot to check. Oh my gosh, what happened to what? There's people south, maybe? Yep, caught in the open within about 200 meters. Easy shots for an AR. Vindication, prone. Trying to make something happen. Gets movement called on him. Cardboard and Sauce hear it. Cardboard. Tossing a frag. Maybe too far? No, I definitely heard him. Let's see if he bandages in time.
I hear them bandaging. I'm gonna spread.
Nope. Oh, yeah, he did. And now he's healing.
Yeah, throw another.
Let's take a look at this fire position. Sandbags deployed and everything.
Is actually lasting a long time.
And before he gets hit. I'm down to my last 2 bags.
Copy. Yeah, same.
Don't dump.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
burp.
always.
Everyone that was down there by the Longi is now dead. Vindication gets through. But if he comes around this corner, Sauce is a cheeky angle.
They're trying to
He's not on my side. He's not on my side.
Who's this? It's Silas and the D and Liberal Pundit.
They're on our side.
He gets hit.
I'm flanking outside.
You hit him.
Sorry,
Catch him off
Nade.
Get him.
Nate doesn't really hit anyone. He tried to look outside and he got noped. Silas dies. 3 more Russians crawl up. There's still someone in the MTLB.
Say again, where are they moving south? They're punching a hole right south of squad 3.
It's a pretty good defense considering there's actually 2 more people alive and they're pushing that southern outpost position. The MTLB's showing itself. It's not even looking south. The turret is looking east and west and northwest. The guy just climbed over the wall for crying out loud. See if there's a rocket guy over here. There is one. Gooby. But I think he's not. There's someone shooting at the MTLB. Meanwhile, Vindication jumps over the wall. Jumps again. He's trying to bait Sauce out, I guess? I don't know what he's trying to do. He's going to turn the corner. Sauce comes outside. Vindication makes it through again. More Russian casualties here. This guy, he gets tagged, but he's alive still. British infantry in the field. Best pony with his pistol out. Once pistol kills, he's going to get destroyed here. Come on, shoot him. Just shoot him. Just shoot him. There's a guy. Liberal Pundit finally gets noticed by Lord Chaka.
Okay, I'm back.
Vindication goes down too. What the hell? Okay, now British are confusing each other for Russians. And now we're down to 2 infantry in the MTLB. This is Sergeant JC and JP. And all right, where's the rocket launcher guy? Where's Scooby? What is going on? Where's the rocket? Grenade doesn't really get anyone. It's still inside the compound. All it takes, the target is stationary. Oh, no, it's not stationary anymore. He's trying to dig up the wire right here so we can get through. Getting hit from behind. 0 effort to turn around. He just wants to be able to get in the compound, so he's going to try to dig this wire, I guess. He's going to dig the wire up so the MTLB can drive in. He gets hit. I think he's down. He's down. The wire is gone, so the MTLB can drive through now. Well, the MTLB realized there's also smokes being thrown. Bybee has this slice covered, and he looks away at the wrong time. And I think this is Sergeant JC. Just barely gets out of there. Sergeant JC tries his luck again. He's now prone in the field. He's trying to get a wider angle to bisect and try to get into that entrance over there. Okay, now what's the Brits to get? What are the Brits doing? They have AT for this. They have to have AT for this. Like, what is Gooby doing? Did Gooby forget he was AT? Or is he out of rounds? Look at this massive... Look at this... Look at... What is this? What do you think this does? Does this, like, destroy vehicles or something? He must be out of ammo for it. That's the only explanation. He must be out of ammo for it. FTL has now... FTL for British has now gone up next to the Russian, and he realizes now he drives in. Oh, here we go. I thought he had his lat out. Let's see. Let's see why he hasn't got his lat out yet. He must be out of ammo for it. Sergeant JC gets one. Zeke's trying to get the repeat. Sergeant JC runs away. They have zero answer for this armor. Sergeant JC trying to repick Zeke. Zeke having none of it. Sergeant JC gets blown away. You know, the bullets go through wood. The bullets go through wood, my friend. Everyone's over here now. It's all down to the Russian MTLB. I think it's soloing at this point. Let me check. No, he has a gunner and a driver. He has a gunner and a driver. So we're just going to follow this guy until the mission ends, or until someone decides to shoot it with a rocket. Has Gooby realized he has a tube on his back? No, he has not. Until B does a Yui, because he knows he can't get out this way. Mines for it to hit? No, he's too far north unless he goes out of town. There is one mine in the middle of town, but he's got to drive straight through it, and I guarantee you he's not going to last that long. Here we go. Let's see, who wants to shoot a rocket at this thing? Any LAT units. There's a Zentrin way out there on the west. Okay, the mine is in the middle of the road. So if he overcorrects to the middle of the road here, let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh! It might hit the mine. The 50! The 50 ran out of ammo. The 50 couldn't reload. He got off it. Oh, he's cooking. He's cooking. The driver gets out. He's dead. I think the M12B's gonna pop. I think it's cooking off. I think there's no, I don't think there's any, AT left for, they're just throwing smoke at it. Maybe it's not cooking off. Bilbo Shaggins goes down. Kills another guy on a roof. Does anyone have AT? I think he's trying to place. They're trying to place a mine on. Runs over Sugart. Oh, he got back on the gun. There it goes. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So, two things. The British missed a lot of their LAT shots. There were only like 2 targets literally for them.
Yeah.
And they hit like once.
Whoever's on the 50. Whoever's on the 50 just ripped
And
up.
the second point, Russia's plan was poorly executed. That's for damn sure. Anyway, that was round 1. We'll be back with round 2 very shortly. We're gonna take a break first.
Hold up, roadblock ahead. Shrek and Matt, we're gonna clear it.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Whoops. Might have jumped the gun there. It's no big deal. Welcome back, everyone. We're gonna calm it down for a sec. This is Operation Green Acres. I'm bcarr, calling the action for tonight. We're gonna go NPR on you for a second. Or actually, I don't know. Can I really go NPR? I have to like have radio voice and then whisper very close or something. Be like ASMR. And then there has to be jazz playing. I don't have any jazz I can play on the stream right now. Well, I do have jazz I can play on the stream right now, but I should. But anyway, that tangent aside, we're back with round 2 for Green Acres of a one life operation. We have switch teams. Now, Expert's team will be defending, and Dwarf's team will be attacking. If you're looking at my camera right now, I have no idea if you are. This is generally Petrivka. You've got the sort of the northeast side, or northwest side, sorry, the cluster buildings where the road bends sort of inwards towards the shape. That's where they were defending last time. Looks like the Expits team are going to defend the southeast, and that's a little bit different because the southeast has a couple of long straight streets on it, and it's also the other end of the long ditch of doom. I like to call it that because it's usually like the most watched avenue of approach ever, right? It's easy. Hey, Duluth, what's going on? What's it? Everyone say hello in chat. I will try. Actually, don't do that because chat will go crazy. But anyway, we're getting set up here. Expert's going to set up here in southeast Petrivka. The major landmarks are this intersection and this house. It has a little balcony and a little bedroom right here, and it's got a second bedroom over here on the other side, a little bit smaller, but it's perfectly fine. No master baths no master bedrooms in this era or this part of town because they don't believe in it. It's got a nice huge central family area with a kitchen and utility room down here, and you've got central access, sort of compartmentalized. It could be even an apartment, for crying out loud. Then it comes out through here, right into your driveway, where your greatly produced communist car and a communist van both sit here, and they rust or something. I don't know. Okay. We have some more information to share. The Russians are moving towards Echo 8, which is the factory area. And that's where they're going to start. And they're going to take a general go east, go north. They're going to go right along that road, it seems, for right now. The lodges for British are going to be placed in Golf 7, Fox 2, and India 2. The lodges, of course, that's how British are allowed to get their resources to build things with. Last time they only had enough resources to build an HMG.
How many kills did you guys get?
If the British are pretty fast with how they end up getting themselves around, if they run very fast and are able to divert very few people to the north, they can get a couple of them. South of the defense area, we're looking straight south now. Yep, we're looking straight south here. So and we'll go to ground level. It's a little hilly. It slopes up to the west. It sort of slopes down further to the southeast. But the trees are in the way that sort of block the next hill over. Now, if these trees weren't in the way, you could see this hill right here. This is the main highway that goes down to the airstrip, which is where they're generally starting, or what it's further south that they're starting from. Russians are this time. But this is a generally used avenue of approach for if you're attacking from the south to the north. You got these rocks here, and that's attractive to cover, but it's also, you've also got an ability to sort of send more people through the forest and along towards the west and to come back around. We'll go back and get another bird's eye view of the area here. So this is north at the top of the screen here, or generally north. And now we're going to turn to face where the Russians are coming from. So now we're going to look south from where the British main garrison is for this area. And we're going to look towards the direction that at the top of your screen, you see the factory. And that's where the Russians are setting up for this operation. So from probably the most straightforward path, including roads, from factory would have to be you take a right on this road here, and then there's rolling hills, but this is still generally going up. There's even a small divot right here that goes up towards the road. The road sort of is built up a little bit more. And there's even a little ditch that runs along next to the road that's been dug. This is a great place to stage as you're coming across, because generally everything is downhill from you from here. So I would be surprised if there were no infantry. I would be very surprised if there's no infantry coming from this direction for Russia. The only problem with that is they got to go across this huge open field. And if British forces do any maneuvering, and, you know, throw more forces over to the west, if they move forces to the southern broken steel shed sort of compound area, the farmhouses, that could get telegraphed really quickly, and you're also cut out in the open. While they do have concealment with the trees in the way, it's not really the ideal situation to be approaching from if you're Russia. And of course, this place is entirely surrounded. Let's check and see what option Russians are going with. I think they're gone with mortars. Yeah, they have two lodges, so Russia's gonna use the mortar option. Now the mortar option, they get two logi trucks, and their mortar squad has a little bit different of a loadout. So instead of the two MTLBs, they'll have the SL, takes the SL kit. They'll have a forward observer that has a squad leader kit also. And then they'll have two engineers and a medic. Yeah, all right, British forces are already spread out here. They're going to go ahead and deploy in position. Sorry, my outlines all turned on here. So now we are looking generally south, south-southwest. Yeah, it's south-southwest. So you see the red outlines in the distance. That's where Russia is coming from, generally their start position. And most of the British forces are actually on your screen right now. Actually, all of them, I think. Yeah, everyone is on the all the British forces are on the screen right now. The fighting in this particular part of the village is tough because a lot of the fences are not perfect. There's a lot of slits in the fences that you can shoot through, and on top of that, you got a lot of extra cover because of the trees. So if there's any sort of height advantage that Russia can use coming into this location, they're going to have to take care of it. Yeah. Kevin, so how operations work is we have a session. We're playing, this is session 2 for Saturday right now. And we play 2 rounds. What'll happen is the first time it was Dorf on British and his squad leads, and Expert on Russia and his squad leads. For round 2, we just roll the server to the same map and everyone switches teams. So now Expert is playing as Expert and his squad leads are playing as British with the same mission objectives, the same randomness, luck of the roll of his logi locations, and the same mission objectives for Russia that Dorf are going to have. Dorf and his squad leads are going to have this time around. It's still 1 life. So once you go down, once you become unconscious, you give up, and that's your round played. Something tells me that we're a little bit spread out a little bit early here, so no centralized brief here for British.
Yeah, Jack, you can push north as far as Hotel 45. Copy.
I think Jack has been assigned to get those northern lodges. Let's take a look at the map one more time. See where these guys are at.
Yeah, remind your logi drivers to watch the map for mines.
So there's a logi in Fox 2-5, India 2-3, Golf 7-5. I imagine they might try to rush for the Golf 7-5 one, but I doubt they're actually going to get it. Russia is definitely starting an Echo 8. And they have the mortar option, so what they need to do is establish a strong front. They need to find a way to go. They need to establish a strong front. And then they need to proceed to shell the shit out of whatever they're going to roll into. They have the mortar. The mortar is super overpowered as far as when it's effectively used and accurately used. A good mortar user can dismantle a defense of a zone this small. Especially when it's timed precisely with an infantry attack. Now with the mortar option, they don't have a transport to use. They only have the 2 logi trucks. Oh, Expert seems to be really intending to send a squad after that southern logi. Oh my. So it depends on how fast Russia moves out of that, runs out of factory. We could see some pretty early contact here, and they're going to get a lot of information. The fact that they're not going to hear any MTLBs or see any transports. If they see 2 vehicles together, I mean, with 2 trucks together, obviously they're going to think mortars. Because there's no other situation where Russia would have more than 2 trucks if they unless they want mortars. Russians need to realize that the key for this is there is an element of speed to Russia's attack, because obviously they don't know where the lodges are. The British are going to have to rescue or recover is the word I was looking for. If Russia figures out that there's more than like 1 squad off of the point and they can get their mortar set up effectively and quickly, then I don't see a reason why we shouldn't be seeing contact at like 10, 15 minutes into this operation. For the distance that they are at, 10, 15 minutes, maybe a 5-minute break for stam and putting the mortar down. I mean, heck, there's so many places that you could put the mortar that may have like a direct line of sight to this area that'll be fine. I mean, to the south especially. I mean, you've got the road over here, and the road has a little ditch on the other side. You could even go to this bridge over here. There's a natural ditch that runs north-south, sort of, as we get a live time of a 1 minute away from our event admin, Rose Dragon. You know, the Brits can move before live, but they have to stay within their defense zone. So on the operation map, if we can get a real peek at that for a second, there's a yellow dotted line zone that's Petrivka, and the British can start anywhere in that zone. Doesn't matter where. It's specifically on the operation map. Yep. I imagine this squad right here is going to make a beeline for that South Logi. As we're going to go live here in about 5 seconds. One squad left behind in the main village with the fob radio. One squad north, one squad south, one squad covering the intersection from the farmhouses. And here we go. Lawn Darts' squad is moving directly to the Logi. Let's take a look and see what Rush is doing. They're attempted a tactical column. And here comes one truck. You know, I wonder if they can put the mortar right here and actually both trucks are here right now. That's their fob. They're just going to put the mortar right here and attack from here. Or at least get it set up. All right. And the British are going to make it. It was only 300, 400 meters to sprint, and they closed the distance before Russia could. So looks like British could very much have all of their resources. Command comm is a little confusion there. Silas calls out his own teammate. Two has left his squad behind. Lawn Darts must be. Oh no. All of the Russian infantry have gone over the hill and they're running in the open. Well, almost all the Russian infantry. There's actually a squad way to the west that we'll take a look at in a little bit. Look at this formation. It's almost like a V. That's more like a blob. So far, no indication. They've gone to the bridge. Uh-oh. Anyone look south? Let's see if a squad lead. No one's looking that way. Infantry in the open, passing each other, parallel. Moving parallel. And lawn darts is now stuck in a big... 2 is stuck in a big divot. Lawn dart sees him. He knows he's stuck. He has no one with him. His squad is like 50 meters behind him to his west. Man, if anyone in that squad opens fire right now, it's over for squad 2. But so far the Russians are passing. Uh-oh, who's this? Gooby decides to crawl on the road. No, it looks like he's going to join his formation.
Command, this is 2, the full squad moving, Hotel 751. Copy. Yeah, I see. Are they right in front of you? It looks like you got movement right in front of you.
Zeke and Bag of Joe. Bag of Joe is the spotting team. This is the spotter SL for the mortars. So he's the forward observer in the mortar squad. Looks like he's got a medic with him. Maybe there's an engineer? No, it's a medic. And for some reason, he's using his AK. Maybe he sees them? I wonder. Oh my gosh. He sees Mr. Moneyman. Ooh, Lawn Darts dropped someone, I think. Lawn Darts the master. No, he just went prone. Premature. The mortar squad FO is now. Oh, Lawn Darts gets out of there. This is Gooby again. Gooby putting a couple shells towards Lawn Darts direction. And it looks like all the mines have been placed in the village on the southern road. Squads 2 and 3 for Russia. They're moving north. They're on either side of the main highway, and they're going to push up to those rocks that I was telling you about. If it weren't for the trees right between them, there would be ammunition in the air right now. And the Brits are still pretty off objective at this point. There's only a squad and a half maybe guarding their main area. However, at this point, the squad and a half is going to be busy. Russia need to close the distance and assault this right now before British are able to secure everything and actually build a defense. This British forward squad that went south to recover the Logi. The FO. Oh, here comes mortars. I think they called in the mortars on these guys.
3 in the tube, flashing 10 seconds, flashing 10 seconds.
Nope. The mortars going to town. The spread on those mortars is tremendous. 1 KIA. It's command.
Command's down.
3 more fired.
Command's down. Silas.
Wow. Are you kidding me? The first barrage of mortars kills British command. Oh, so early on. More mortars incoming. The spread on the tube from this range. The spread on the mortars at that range is a little bit too much. there's plenty of ammo to throw this direction.
Feel the need, if you feel you're able to ambush them, do so.
They got double mortars firing 6 out.
Wait, they get 2 shot. They get 2 tubes. They get 2 mortar tubes. They're gonna barrage the shit out of this as Russian forces continue moving from the south. Now they're shooting a lot of nothing right now. Multiple. I think there's more KIA. That one was close. Royal Milkman and Chameleon dodged that one for being inside. More land around them. This is pretty scattered fire here. Some of it's a little bit off. Russian forces closing within 300 meters now. There's still a squad to the north. Oh man, the squad that flanked, the squad that left Russia spawn point. Looks like there's engagement. The mortar FO has engaged part of Lon's squad. One Russian down, another Russian goes down. So the mortar FO is dead. Not that he was helping anything. Rockets coming in firing now from the south. Russians continuing to move in. Terrapin thinks he's safe in the window against a bipod AR. I don't think so. Smoke coming in. Smoke barrage coming in now. Now the difference between smoke and mortars, if you reload your mortar, you get smoke too. So throw some shells of smoke and then throw some mortars. The Russians come straight across the field. One of them is actually across. An entire squad has moved across. Chameleon is the MG, tries to lay down fire on some, but only gets one. The Russians are moving up. They're sort of stuck behind a small wall. They need more help. But the squad from the west that was at the farmhouses have caught the Russians completely out of the open. Not enough Russian infantry here. More Russian mortars coming in. The Russians that came across the field are gone. They're stuck. More smoke. There seems to be only 3 Russians that survived. There's 2 Russians that survived the crossing. They have some, oh, they might be getting through. I think Bacon just threw a grenade at him. Yep, that grenade. Pop. Oh, it went too far. The Bacon gets one. Alright, so that push is taken care of. What happened to the north push? What are they doing? They're just sitting there. That's the squad they needed. They needed the northern squad to push in at the same time. What is... What is... These guys are now falling back. Looks like they've taken 3 casualties here. I think they still at their SL. And then the mortar is attacking the reinforcing squad. That was another bungled advance for Russia on this map. If I look over here and see these guys just like sitting still, I'm going to freak out. What are these guys? Who's in charge of this squad? Pony! Pony, you know better than that shit. Pony knows better than that shit. He knows better than that. Why? The entire squad in the north completely missed the time to turn south and actually bring in an attack. They would have fucking destroyed it. They would have destroyed. They would have wiped this base out if a whole squad came in from the northeast right here, like 10 minutes ago. Tell me they wouldn't have. Let's get a reset on what's going on. Mortars are still coming out. The British were able to throw a fire team plus against the Russians that were pushing from the south against their eastern flank. And the Russians that were attacking the south that didn't cross the road are now falling back. They still have commands. They must still have command. Let me check. Yeah, Sugar is in command here. Sugar is squad lead. So now the squad that was up north that should have been attacking from the get-go is now finally attacking. It shouldn't have to be every squad for themselves for Russia, though, NASA. I mean, the idea was great. If they just had the northern squad, like, attacking the same time, it would have confused the British so much. It wouldn't have mattered if they lost the squad crossing the street, because they would have had so much confusion and been able to capitalize on it from the squad attacking from the north. And now Russia will pay for it. They must reconsolidate. They're going to have to get off the mortars. They're going to have to tell their northern squad to wait until they can reconsolidate. I mean, that's it. Let's see. Russians that are left at the command base. Oh my. Look at this. What is going on up here? Londart's pushed all the way north. He's pushed all the way north and he's been able to disrupt the mortars. So Hookem. Ooh. Londart's got hit a bunch of times, and I don't know why, but he just killed himself. He got screwed by the corner. That sucks. Damien could jump the wall right there, I guess. So these two guys just with their squad. Ooh. Wait, where did that even come from? Wait, was that really? Okay, yeah, that could have been. Yeah, that could have been. So Hookup's by himself now. So Hookum, you should just go around the corner and go this way. I can't talk to him right now, but I would tell him that. Good luck, Hookum. So 3 Russians are back at the base. This looks like command and 2 mortarmen. the Russian element that has withdrawn. So we're down to 7 Russians south. And the northern Russians are now attacking. One of them goes down. Let's get back up here with the action. They've attacked from the northeast. And there's so much fire superiority here. I mean, this building in particular.
Reloading, reloading. Beacon.
Squad 4, we got enemies just northeast of our position.
If only this attack had came 20 minutes ago, man. That's all I'm saying. Rocket misses the mark, flies over Russian infantry. Fro and an Asian karate kid up here close against a squad lead. This is Pony and Gunnery Sergeant Rabbit. Russians pushing up though.
Copy. Contact door.
You can't hide. You can't hide behind the fence, my friend.
Let's push them up. Push them up. Yep.
Fro gets inside the building here. There's windows to look through. And I think Pony goes down too. Oh, no, he's down now.
All right. He's direct outside the fence, direct north too.
Direct north, do that.
Oh, they pushed out. Wow, look at this. He gets spotted by a kid. Jack is out for blood. I think he's got his pistol out. I think he literally has his pistol out. Yeah, he's got his pistol out. Look at this. Look at this insanity. It looked like he had his pistol out. I would have a pistol out. These are the last Russians in the northern push. One goes down.
Very nice.
He's in here.
Oh, 2 down. This Russian flicker. Well, you can't shoot through the concrete there. Oh, he gets bandaged. So maybe something came through. He's stuck though. He's bandaging again. Asian karate kid gets him in the end.
Raj, this is 1. I've just assumed command of the squad. What's the situation look like on our fob?
We're holding the fob pretty well. We've got 3 coming in to reinforce. 2 is holding the
So that's it. No more Russians attacking British positions. They're all running back.
Raj. You want us to take that north side?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Russians left at the base, and let's follow Hookham until the rest of the British get here. That was harsh. It was harsh, and it was hard to watch. The plan was good. The plan was really good for Russia. I gotta say, the plan was really good for Russia. I like it. The problem with the Russian plan is they didn't have the northern attack force come through at the same time. If that had happened, things would be very different. Of course, the Russian forces, their last contact was north here, so they're going to be very careful and waste utility by throwing a grenade over. Hookham's going to realize this and book it straight south as fast as he can, right? Because he's going to get caught out here. Let's see what happens as the Russian comes over. He's probably going to look south or north. He sees him. And there's a kill for Sugar. And now Russia are camping, which they're going to get told to move out here very shortly. Matter of fact, they have lodges that they can use to maneuver, so they could maneuver north with the lodges. Heck, I'm pretty sure they can actually place their mortars at a new location if they have the supplies left over. No, they can't. They can't use the Logi as transport. That is apparently a rule. So clearly, restrictions and regulations, health and safety exist in the Russian armed forces too. Apparently. To recap, Russian forces are twiddling their thumbs at their launch base. They have mortar tubes set up. Of course, these are what they were using earlier. They're just sitting here, taking their time. Why aren't they? Why aren't they moving out yet? They're going to mortar some more. Here comes mortars. I guess they're going to set the mortars back up and fire. I don't think there's any other Russian forces on the map. So I wonder what's going on. I mean, at this point, I would accept a Russian resignation. Right? Because what are they doing? That tube's not even aimed in the right direction. This one's not even aimed in the right direction. Oh, man. Let's see. Who is actually alive here on Russia? Dorf commanding. Five. Oh, here comes mortars. All right, let's see where these land. They're mortaring the wrong position. Why? I mean, it's a really good mortar barrage. It's just in the wrong freaking position. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. It's just in the wrong freaking position. It's off by 200 meters. It's off by more than that. It's off by it's off by 200 meters. 200 to 300 meters. If we're just a little bit more more east. round 1 was a failed execution of a Russian assault. Round 2 has been a failed execution of a Russian assault. So you can come to your own conclusion about what was the problem. Now what are they doing? They're moving out northwest. I hope they get spotted. I hope to God they get spotted running across the top of these rolling hills. So, what do you guys want to talk about right now? We gotta wait for a little bit for these guys to get in position. It's gonna take them at least 10 minutes to find the position they want to take. I mean, let's talk about, yeah, Hookem. Yeah, I saw you in there. You got shot in the back. It was unfortunate, my friend. You could have single-handedly finished the operation if you killed the 3 people that were up in command. Oh, man. They're going to continue on a northern approach here, far to the west of the objective area.
I feel like I'm the only person watching the east side of this. I don't know, do you want us to fall back west of the main road?
Leave that at 3's discretion.
Let's go ahead and fuck on the fall proper.
There's one guy lagging behind for some reason. I don't want to just wait for him. Oh my. Hey, it's okay, Hookem. At least you didn't do a 360 in the middle of like enemy fire like Londars did.
I honestly don't know. I guess these guys are going north off the mortar fob. I'm gonna try to catch them down here in these.
Well, Silas makes the correct assumption.
Compound altogether, so they might think it's the wrong compound.
Fair point. All right.
So I'd expect them to our west.
Yep, and there's another good observation there from British Command. Clearly, for some reason, the Russians just have the wrong target.
I think that was an Indy.
Creeping, was that an ND? Creeping, what are you guys shooting at?
Nobody in my squad is saying that they're the ones firing the shots. I think there's a lot of boredom happening right now.
Sorry, it's been this is the, you know what, sometimes you just make the wrong mistake and people make, you know, people just, they decide to, they prioritize, what do I want to say here? They prioritize safety a bit too much. Although there really is very few, well, just a reminder, don't troll in the server during the operation. No, they're coming around all the way over here. Why haven't they just directly attacked the compound? I guess they're gonna direct it. At least they're. Do they think these guys must think they must be in the same position as they were last round? Because remember, we switched teams. These the guys in red here, Russians were British last time, and they chose to hide in this specific part of the compound. All right, they're going to move out. I see the British forces. One's moved to the southwest to the intersection to cover some of the open area there. The remainder of them seem to be focused around the FOB objective. And this Russian squad has now pushed to the west-northwest. Now they're moving towards the FOB area. If more people push off the FOB, then, you know, anything could happen.
Squad browser going over there.
Got absolutely nothing.
Yeah, roger that.
I think Russians should have transport regardless in this operation. I think we wouldn't be waiting here right now if they had a transport truck. These guys actually might see these Brits over here might actually see the Russians running across the field. Oh, they have too much cover. They have too much concealment between them. Just a bit too many wood branches and trees. So we're slowly winding down. The remainder of the Russian forces have consolidated, and to reset the situation, let's start over there. To reset the situation. The Russian forces have reconsolidated. Their commander has ordered their northern approach, and they're going to attack the suspected FOB area. I'm assuming from the north, from the way that they're continuing to go. There's actually a fire team really close here from the Brits, patrol that was sent out to try to find these guys before they got in close. And something tells me they're gonna cross paths here soon. Revy runs across the field. He might get spotted.
We have eyes on enemy contacts. Fox 5-6. We're moving to engage.
There's people proning, so I think they got spotted. Milkman was covering Revy there.
340 over here.
340 in the red house.
Oh, yep, Milkman saw him for sure. Let's see how the British approach this. Because there's a commander looking this way. Revy's over here. He's gone to the other side of the house as an engineer. All right, some Russians seem to be pushing south or pushing further north. Why are they spreading out here? Ah, they're gonna cross the road. Ooh. Dorf goes down. There goes Russian command. Now we're down to 6 Russians left. Royal Milkman with the shot there. Revy joining in. Might have a shot on one or two more. Chameleon and the rest of his patrol squad have now circled in. Chameleon has a pistol. He must be out of MG. Here comes Chameleon. Pistol time. Let's see what happens. Can the pistol win? No. Not when you can see through the wall. The hole in the wall. That's not good. Chameleon goes down. Let's see who's right here. Razor Grizz. That was a frag. Not the wall, not the side of the wall he needed. He's spamming too high on the wall to actually hit him.
Reloading. Grenade.
And Silas probably saw this guy. Silas flaking around still. Uh-oh, he died. I think. That was Phoenix. So Bybee is the last Russian over here. And there are some Russians that pushed across the street. Let's see how Razgrees deals with Bybee. Bybee's got a pretty sweet angle on him, and I know Silas knows he's around there. Here comes a frag. This could be thrown. I think it got a little short, but it might get him through the wall. No? Oh, he did. He bled out. Unfortunate. So let's see if Silas can seal the deal here. Silas still looking north or to the east. And I think he heard him just then. And he's looking, no, he's still looking directly east. There still seems to be at least one Russian on the east side. Bybee is crouch walking. I think Silas hears him and he's going to see him through the fence here. And here goes Bybee. Down. And we're down to one Russian, I think. Yep, we're down to one Russian and he's stuck in this. Oh, he's on the other side here. The search and patrol squad is not really looking at him. They're trying to link back up with Silas, I think, Revy and Milkman. Milkman's got rear security. He's sort of looking over here every once in a while. Let's see if they hear him. They're moving away from him. Let's see what this is. This is Jive. Let's see what Jive does. He's looking up like he wants to throw a frag, but I don't think he's got one. More search and destroy Brits are coming this way, so he really doesn't have much time. Yep, there's a full fire team of reinforcements coming towards Silas. Taking his time. I think Royal might have seen him. No, he was not looking this direction. Maybe Revy? No, he's inside the building. Closing to within 100 meters, the reinforcements. As we wind down operations here. Let me just remind you that we do this all the time. We do this on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and sometimes Fridays. You can sign up at squadops.gg. Join our Discord and get involved in the community. There's cool things you do, like sign up for Basic, so that you can learn what Jive has sort of done here, as the British forces have really closed the distance here. Now we're within 20. And I think he got spotted. He got spotted by Kahuna.
There's no one on the other side.
No, there is.
I don't see anyone.
It was a Russian.
All right, did beat that. Let's see if Kahuna takes him out here. Yeah. Nice one.
Hey, squad 4, back off, back off.
Uh-oh, is that... Oh, that was going to team kill. But that's it.
That's a good game, dude.
Whoa.
Nice.
You survived to the end.
We have operations on Wednesdays and Saturdays, sometimes not every Friday. Look on our calendar that's on squadops.gg for more information. Operations will probably be posted soon, but keep looking. Anyway, if you've never participated in an operation before, you need basic SOTT, so sign up for that first. So many thanks to Hero and Rose Dragon, who are event admins for tonight. They ran everything you saw. And of course, Xbit and Dwarf for commanding, all of our squad leads for participating, Barton for mixing and producing this stream, and you guys for showing up and being cool and chat with me. If you're interested in joining us at Squad Ops, feel free to join our Discord. Link is at squadops.gg. And looking forward to seeing more people join the community and having some fun. For tonight, I'm bcarr. Thank you again for joining us. We will have more broadcasts of more One Life operations for you next week. Have a good night.